Guys, we have a big breaking news coming out. Emmanuel Macron says France does not want to unleash World War III over Ukraine. President Emmanuel Macron said on Tuesday that France does not want to spark World War III over Ukraine and pledged referendums on major reforms. In a lengthy TV interview, he outlined priorities for his final 2 years in office before stepping down in 2027 after reaching constitutional term limits. Wow, 2 more years and that's it. He's out. Emmanuel Macron. And you guys already know, again, many people out there in France, the yellow vests, remember that huge rise and stuff like that? They really don't like Emmanuel. So 2 more years and he's out of here. And he said he does not want to unleash World War III over Ukraine. But at the same time, he's planning on sending troops to Ukraine, not in the front line though. All right, so we're going to see what's going on here, guys. Also, big breaking news. There was a 6.3 magnitude earthquake that struck the Mediterranean. All right, so it was downgraded, I believe, a 5.6 or 5.8, but it shook the Mediterranean region. All right, so I will bring that up later on. We're going to focus on this one here. All right, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to help and support the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also description box. Thank you so much for your support. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Emmanuel Macron, 2 years, and that's it. He is out. But he want to be clear. He say he doesn't want to start any World War III and stuff. You guys already know World War III would keep leaders in power. Martial law declared. All right, so that's something that he's trying to avoid. Emmanuel Macron said Tuesday that France did not want to unleash World War III over Russia's invasion of Ukraine and vowed referendums on key issues as he outlined his aims for the remaining 2 years of his mandate in a marathon television appearance. Emmanuel Macron, who came to power in 2017, promising the change will step down in 2027 after serving the maximum 2 terms allowed under the Constitution. That would be the time that it would be Trump last year. Trump is going to hand power to the next president in 2028, January 2028. On occasion over the last year, Emmanuel Macron has appeared as a lame duck. Especially after his decision to hold snap legislative elections backfired, leaving the far right as the biggest party in parliament and his own party a diminished minority presence. But recent months have seen a newly energized Macron, boosted by his presence on the international front as he seeks to bring an end to the 3-year war sparked by Russia's operation of Ukraine. All right. So it says here, we must help Ukraine defend itself, but we do not want to unleash World War III, Macron said in an interview that lasted more than 3 hours. Yikes. The war must cease, and Ukraine must be in the best possible situation to go into negotiation. But Emmanuel Macron said that France was ready to start discussing with other European countries deploying French warplanes armed with nuclear, are you serious, on their territory as the US does. Wow. The Americans have the bombs on planes in Belgium, Germany, Italy, Turkey, Macron said. We are ready to open this discussion. I will define the framework in a very specific way in the weeks and months to come, he said. So haven't thought about it. So those who put their point of view in front of Emmanuel Macron range from the head of the hardline CGT union, Sophie Bennett, to Thibault in shape and muscular and massively follow fitness influencer. Amid concern about some 600 jobs in France, Emmanuel Macron told Bennett that the French operation of steelmaker ArcelorMittal will not be nationalized, but vowed to save its 2 plants in the country. In a key announcement, he said he favored holding several referendums on the same day for voters to decide on French social and economic reforms. I want us to organize a series of consultations, Emmanuel Macron said, adding that the votes would take place on one day in coming months and address major economic and social reforms. While he would not go into details, he was open to a suggestion by Prime Minister who has proposed holding a referendum on a plan to reduce France's debt. Referendum could also address social reforms such as access to social media for under 15s and assisted. Let's get that name there. However, Emmanuel Macron rejected the idea of putting immigration issues to a popular vote despite repeated requests from the right and far right. Well, one thing I tell you guys is that during 2018, 2017, 2018, it was just brutal. I remember, again, the yellow vest. Remember that yellow vest? I mean, that was trending. That was just out of control. And then allowing millions to pour into those regions, it just transformed the entire country. France once was beautiful. Paris, London. But now it's a whole different ball game. So 10 years of Emmanuel transformed the entire region. And he's saying, before I leave, I don't want to, hand power to the next person in World War III. Tackling delicate issues, social issues, the French president spoke out against the wearing of religious symbol, such as the Islam, I'm going to skip certain names here, in sports competition, but he added that for non-competitive sports practice, it was up to sports federation to decide. While Macron, 47, so he was like 37 years old when he came to power. He was like 39, right? He was 39 years old. He was like 39 years old when he came to power. Jeez. And he's still young. Wow. Emmanuel Macron, 47, must step down in 2027 after serving two consecutive terms. He could, in theory, return in 2032, something no French leader has ever done before. Can he actually do that? Again, here in America, it's only 2 terms. It's like, 8 years, right? So depending, people love you, they will vote for you for a second time, which is the full term, 8 years. But I guess France, you could do 10 years and then come back, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. I guess 5 years later, you could come back and, I mean, I don't know how the Constitution out there in France, but yeah, that's something that I never heard of. But he said at the end of the TV marathon, he had not yet thought about his future after 2027, and was only thinking of France and his daily work. When I'm done with the current term, I'll think about what's next. Then I'll be able to answer you. But today, I haven't thought about it, Emmanuel said. All right. So he's basically saying that he's focusing right now. He's not focusing on 2032 and stuff like that. But he's putting out a message Right, the president Emmanuel Macron said on Tuesday that the France does not want to spark World War III over Ukraine and pledged referendums on major reforms. In a lengthy TV interview, he outlined priorities for his final 2 years in office before stepping down in 2027 after reaching a constitutional term limit. That's Emmanuel Macron important message there. Um, he's gonna try to not drag his country into World War III. Here's the thing: it's not up to him. It's not up to whatever. It's that dude that's running Ukraine. That dude could spark something. All right, and it just like I said, he needs to step down. When I say he, I'm talking about the one that is running Ukraine. Is running Ukraine. His term is up already. His term is up. Okay, I told you guys I want to bring up the earthquake that happened in the Mediterranean. This is the one right here, the 5.7 magnitude earthquake. And it was 7 miles from Greece. Wow. So it says here, a magnitude 5.7 earthquake struck just 7 miles of the coast of Greece, rippling across Cyprus, Turkey, and southern Greece at approximately 6:51 p.m. local time. The earthquake epicenter lies in the Mediterranean between Crete and the Turkish coast. Alert system showed that showed the event may have been strong enough to be felt across multiple countries. Wow. And you guys already know that something big is coming in Turkey. Guess who's coming to Istanbul right here? That's where the earthquake happened here. It was felt there. You know who's going to be there? Putin, Zelensky, and possibly Trump in this region. And the earthquake struck all this area right here. Can you believe that? And they are talking about WW3 and stuff. I do believe in, warning message. I do believe that, it's very important to keep your eyes on all these events. Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes fully open. So 6.3 magnitude earthquake hits Greek island of Crete. Fell in Egypt, Libya, Turkey, and the entire eastern Mediterranean. It was a 6.3. But it was downgraded to a 5.6. Wow. This is the one right here. This is the one right here. Let me just, there we go. Oh, it's still 6.0. So, I don't know. Again, they kind of fixed it again. So, 6.0. Strong magnitude earthquake. So, this is the one right here. It's a 6.0. It was 74 kilometers. How in the world they felt that? 74 kilometers. That's 62 miles deep, I think. 62 or 65 miles deep. How in the world the country felt that? I don't know, guys. I think the kilometers is off. It's like, for countries to feel that, it had to be like in the 20 kilometers. But again, according to USGS, is 74 kilometers. All right, so this is where we at right now, guys. So I will keep you updated with this news. Again, do me a favor, hit that like button if you like the content, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And again, thank you so much for your support. I got another video coming up, and I'm also going to go live over at Grand Supreme News. Thank you so much for watching, guys. God bless you all. For those of you that want to give a life to Christ, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path, and that's the path of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.